Later, you are going to see the Port of Barcelona related to the stop cruises for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, cheaper than the other transport cars. If you come back again, I'm going to see an important area for Barcelona today is related to the International Trade Fair, the most important in Spain. I say to you this because maybe you know that always we have a competition just between Madrid and Barcelona. It's the National Palace. In 1929, the National Palace was the pavilion representing Spain for the visitors. With different exhibitions along the year, depending on the first night. In 1929, the idea was to create a village in which the most representative buildings from all around Spain will be reproduced. In a few moments, we are going along the Olympic Ring. Main Olympic facilities are here in Montjuïc Mountain. To the right again, you may see first of all a communication tower, and just behind the Olympic Pavilion of St. George. The Olympic Pavilion of St. George has a capacity for 20,000 spectators. Was designed by Arata Isozaki, a Japanese architect. And during the Olympic Games, inside took place the final of basketball, handball, volleyball, gymnastics. Main concerts in Barcelona take place inside the Olympic Pavilion. Museum of Art of Catalonia. Of course, the main building here is the Olympic Stadium. And the stadium was constructed on occasion of the second international exhibition because at the moment this stadium has a capacity for 60,000 spectators. Football team in Barcelona, Espanyol football team, soccer. 60,000 spectators. I'm sure that you remember that here took place the opening, the closing ceremony. And again to the right, rising from the facade, on the viewpoint, you're going to see on the floor a composition related to the Catalan industry. On the floor, small iron pieces from the Catalan textile industry. Also, you're going to find just in front a monument related to our national Catalan dance over there. So I'm going to give to you 15 minutes.
不必了。Yeah.
By Alexander Calder, an American artist, close friend of Joan Miró. So at the moment inside this museum take place an exhibition related to the American modern. Do you remember really Pablo Picasso then went to France, and Pablo Picasso died in the southeast France when he was 93 years old. You may see in red color the name Teatre Lliure. This building was an ancient pavilion related to that second exhibition in Barcelona, and today it houses a theater. Why? Free theater. This quarter, this area, is Champlain Quarter, was designed according to the ideas of a Catalan engineer, Ildefons Cerdà. Really, Ildefons Cerdà was a visionary man. Maybe you know Philadelphia, it's the same, square grids. You may see similar buildings on your right and on your left. And also according to the ideas of that Catalan engineer, he designed wide streets, wide avenues, wide boulevards. Ferix House, a very, very strong Catalan family name. Mr. Gau Ferix was a very important Catalan industrialist man. And today, the building you have seen, it houses the city council of this quarter. What about the average salary? 1,200 euros a month. And in a few moments we are going along Passeig de Gràcia Boulevard. The Catholic Queen and Ferdinand II, the Catholic King. Why? Because really our first university in Barcelona was founded under the rule of the Catholic Kings, but not here. It was founded at the beginning of the present day Ramblas, close to Catalonia Square. Because of this, the first part of La Ramblas is called Rambla dels Estudis. Estudis recall you the first university in Barcelona. And on the floor, on the street, you may see floor tiles in green color. Antonio Gaudí designed these floor tiles. But you can imagine people in Barcelona stole these floor tiles. Yeah, like a souvenir maybe. Because of this, every year the city council has to rebuild Passeig de Gràcia Boulevard. And in some areas, in some parts, it's possible to see the difference between the original ones bigger in 86. La Caixa de Catalunya, the second bank in Catalonia, bought the building. They paid 60 million euros. And after 10 years restoration, the Milà house was open again like a space related to Antonio Gaudí. So inside, main apartments belong to the bank. But also it's possible to visit an apartment, like an apartment from the beginning of the 20th century. Also it's possible to visit the attic. The attic is the space related to Antonio Gaudí, where it's possible to see maquettes and plaster models about the works by Antonio Gaudí here in Catalonia, in the north of Spain. And also it's possible, and you're going to see wrought iron balconies. Antonio Gaudí was born into a family of coppersmiths, so he knew very well the work with wrought iron. You may see this amazing, amazing house.
哇，你看这栋好坏啊，这栋房子，你看这个 style， 这是蚊子不喜欢，不好看。
At the Milà house. We see large windows and wrought iron balconies.
好怪啊。
So about the figure of Antonio Gaudí, always there is a controversial, because only the facade was constructed between 1952 and 1976. Arch is the main entrance to the most important area in Barcelona, the first Bourbon king in Spain. And remember, our present-day Spanish king is a Bourbon king. So just before the 18th century in Spain, for cathedral to the right is the main entrance to the Gothic quarter. We call to the old town Gothic quarter because main buildings over there were constructed in Gothic style, just between the 13th and the 15th century, the golden period in our history here. Here to the left, just in the middle of the ancient port of Barcelona, you may see three different buildings. The first one in white color is the IMAX cinema, the IMAX system developed in Canada. And the second one in grey color is the aquarium. The aquarium of Barcelona is one of the most important in Europe, with more than 300 species inside. And the last building in glass is the Mare Magnum. It's a shopping center, like a department store, open every day, all year round, from 10 to 10. You may see the end of La Ramblas. You have only 20 minutes walking from here, from Columbus Monument to Catalonia Square, the center of the city you have seen before. Gothic building from the 14th century. It houses today the Maritime Museum. But at the past time inside were the ancient royal dockyards or shipyards, when Barcelona was part of the most powerful kingdom in the Mediterranean area. This is close to the industrial port of Barcelona. Now is in works. There is a future project in order to enlarge out at sea the industrial port of Barcelona. The port of Barcelona is smaller. So as you may see, Barcelona is still in progress. Different projects, works, etc.